You think you're using Git right? Think again. If your workflow looks like creating a single branch for everything you will work on today, pushing without reviewing, or copy-pasting random commands dictated by our soon-to-be AI overlords, hoping they fix the merge conflict, yeah, sorry to tell you, buddy, but you've been using Git wrong. Oh, and this video isn't just about roasting bad Git practices, although there will be roasting, don't worry. It's also about giving you actual, practical ways to make Git work for you instead of turning every deploy into a gamble. Oh, and before we start the video, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to become a fellow codehead. Let's start with the classic mess. You're mid-feature, buried under 15 files of uncommitted code, and boom, your PM pings you with urgent hotfix. In a situation like this, you think you only have two options. You either A, panic commit your half-finished work, and then burn your eyes out looking for the commit in the logs, or B, run git stash blindly, and then pray to find it in a haystack of stashes all named whip on master. But what if I told you there is a better option?
Another one.
This is where Git worktree becomes your best friend. It lets you spin up another working directory tied to a different branch, so you can fix the bug, push it, and come back to your main task without breaking a sweat. It's like opening a second tab in your codebase. No hacks, no mess, no what did I stash and why? Mysteries later. Speaking of stashing, if you are still using git stash like a command line trash can, stop. You can and should stash with messages. Git stash push m work in progress. Login screen layout will save your brain 6 hours later when you're digging through a pile of nameless stashes trying to remember which one wasn't garbage. Combine that with git stash list and git stash show, and suddenly stash stops being a panic button and starts being an actual tool. Now let's talk about Git Flow. No, not the buzzword version. I mean real branching discipline. You've got main for production, develop for staging, feature branches for isolated work, release branches for preparing a new release before merging to main, and hotfix branches when things catch on fire. This isn't extra process. This is how you stop yourself and your team from wrecking each other's work. With Git Flow, you know exactly where your code lives, where it's headed, and how it's supposed to be merged. It's like road signs for your repo. Ignore them, and you're in for a head-on merge conflict. Setting it up is easy too. Just install the Git Flow extension. Commands for each OS are on screen, then run Git Flow init in your repo. It'll ask you to name your main branches, usually main and develop, and set up the defaults for features, releases, and hotfixes. After that, starting a new feature is as simple as Git Flow feature, start feature name, and Git handles the structure for you. And before I divulge any more Git secrets, I'd love to hear your own Git tips and tricks in the comments section. Okay, here's a power move nobody talks about. Git bisect. Let's say a bug got introduced somewhere in the last 100 commits. Are you just going to scroll and guess? With Git bisect, Git binary searches your commit history to find exactly where the bug was introduced. You mark a known good commit, a bad one, and it walks you through the commit timeline asking, is this one good? Until it finds the culprit. It's debugging on easy mode, and it'll make you feel like a CSI agent for broken code, and if you're still typing full commands every time, like git checkout, b feature /xyz, or git commit, center that about page div.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Without using aliases, you're wasting valuable time. Git lets you set up aliases like CO for checkout, BR for branch, or even something custom like Git LOL for a pretty log format. You're in a terminal all day. Treat it like your home, not a hotel lobby. Optimize it. Make Git work for you, not the other way around. Setting up aliases is dead simple. Just run git config, global alias.co checkout, and boom, you can now use git co instead of typing out checkout every time. Want git br to mean git branch? Do git config, global alias.br branch. You can get creative too. One of my favorites is git config global alias.equal log one line graph decorate, which gives you a beautifully condensed visual history. And these are global aliases. So once you set them, they work across all your repos. And listen, I get it. You might sometimes need some ibuprofen when using Git, especially when you are working on a big projects where stashing and working on multiple work trees is necessity, not a fancy tip. But that's why I've been using GitKraken Desktop, the sponsor of today's video, because it literally turns chaos into clarity. Seriously, I've accidentally hit commit in the wrong branch before. And GitKraken's interface made it ridiculously easy to rewind like it never happened. It's visual, it's clean, and it actually helps me understand what the heck is going on with my branches when the people I work with casually write commit messages like the ones you see on the screen. It even has a nice visual graph to help you make sense of the mess of stashes you have made while panicking. It even makes creating and moving between work trees as simple as a couple of mouse clicks. Plus, it plugs into GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, whatever you're on. So if you're still emailing zip files or wrestling with the command line every time you hit a merge conflict, you're doing it the hard way. Try GitKraken using my referral link below. You'll get 50% off GitKraken Pro, and you'll never get lost in the sauce of stashes ever again.